everybody! Welcome back to the Muppet Vlogs after almost a 2-month hiatus.
2 months too long.
I know, seriously. So we just watched episode 11, which was called Swine's Song. Yeah, that's right. And well, we watched it with Jeremy's family again. Again, welcome back, Jeremy, to the Muppet Vlogs again.
Hey, guys.
Hey. And, at least I knew going into it that there was going to be a lot of little changes and they were doing some tweaking with it, especially because they brought in a new showrunner and they were going to add more quote-unquote joy to the whole formula. And so far, I am liking where they're going with this.
I like it a lot.
Me too. First of all, before I forget to say anything, I do like that we're already kind of left on a teensy bit of a cliffhanger in that we are seeing a bit of a story happen and now it's gonna kind of continue on later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, so basically it starts off with everyone's come back from vacation and everyone's like, yay, vacation, we had a relaxing time, and Kermit, I guess, decides to put on some boundaries with Piggy, saying like, I need to leave work at this time so that I can be with my girlfriend Denise, which thankfully we're using Denise for.
Yes,
Thank
she's
you.
actually a character.
Like, she's actually finally being used. Like, this is exactly what I was saying before. Like, this is what we needed her to be doing before, was to actually like have episodes like actually revolving around her, or like something actually happening to her.
Yeah.
And we're finally having something happen. Now again, before I forget, we should go into this. So, Kermit gets into a little bit of trouble because he was supposed to go do some sort of marathon with her, but then it turned out that he accidentally overslept because he was helping the crew and everything.
Yeah.
And he got into some hot water, but then at the end, we'll talk about the reason why, but basically him and Denise decide to go on a break. Or at least she decides to bring him on a break.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that was not his decision.
No, I don't think that was his decision. But what I thought was interesting about it was that that's exactly what I was kind of hoping for, but it was kind of surprising how quick that happened.
Yeah. I think it's because of how it happened.
Maybe.
Because, like, that 5K they were supposed to run was, like, the first thing they were supposed to do. The first thing he committed to.
Right.
Since their boundaries talk.
Yeah.
And then he flaked.
Yeah.
Because of work.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I just felt like maybe they should have had a couple things happen throughout a few episodes. Like, maybe the next episode they go on a break or something, but all of a sudden it was like, they just kind of quickly went on a break. I mean, we saw why, like you said, but still, it was like, oh, okay, well, alright, let's see where this is gonna go.
Yeah, it was a lot happening really fast.
Yeah, a lot happening really fast, which is maybe like the one downfall of the episode, but other than that,
it's hilarious.
It was very funny. I think one of the first jokes was Pepe and Rizzo saying that they were in Amsterdam and they're not gonna talk about it. That we were laughing pretty hard at that one joke alone, just starting. I think like we weren't even like 10 seconds into the episode and already we were laughing our butts off.
So good.
Yeah, I love that there's like so many things that could have happened. They could have been smoking pot. They could have been, let's face it, getting a prostitute. I'm just those things are super legal and open in Amsterdam.
Yeah, I mean my first thought was maybe we're doing some experimenting together.
Yep, that's kind of what I was thinking too. So that was pretty funny. And, okay, so the main story of the episode was that they bring in a branding guru after, like, the president of the network says, like, oh, we love the show, but you know what, we're gonna bring in a branding guru to, like, tweak some stuff up. And, basically, they were like, no, we don't like this, we're gonna try to do this on our own. And what's interesting about this, I never really thought about this until they kind of brought it up when I was reading about all this. What's cool about doing something like that with these characters is that that is kind of a very Muppety thing to do. Like, if you watch the movies, a lot of times there's a bad guy who in some way, shape, or form is trying to bring down the Muppets, and then the Muppets are like, no, we're gonna stand against you and fight back. And people love it when the Muppets do that, and I think that when they were trying to do more things like doing more Muppety things and bringing in more joy to the show, like, that's a very, you know, it's kind of like a predictable thing for the Muppets to do, but at the same time, like, people love it when the Muppets do that.
Yeah.
So.
And it's always somebody who, like, is somewhere with entertainment. Like, somebody in the entertainment business.
Yeah, that has happened a lot. Like, in the Very Muppet Christmas special that happened, this happened in the 2011 film.
Yeah.
Now it's happening here. And again, in the very first Muppet movie, something like that happened too, where they were, like, trying to defeat the Muppets, and they were like, no, we will fight against you. Yeah, Muppety power. So that was actually really, really nice. And again, it kind of fit You know, I also kind of thought about while we were watching this was that it kind of is symbolic of the show itself lately, you know, because we've had a bit of a, you know, the viewership has kind of gone down a bit. So I'm sure that behind the scenes they were kind of thinking like, what can we do to make this better? What can we do to be more relevant? And then finally someone was like, we don't need to like, you know, do more tweeting or Snapchat or whatever. We just need to be ourselves and bring more of us into it. So we'll bring more Muppets into, like, Up Late with Miss Piggy, which is exactly what they did. And that's so great because you and I have talked about in the vlogs before about how they should do more sketches.
And they did.
And they finally did!
With Pepe.
Pepe the Uber driver.
Pepe the Uber driver was perfect.
That was genius.
That was fantastic.
I love it. There was like a couple making out, and then there was like the thing with the two girls, and
then he was back there.
Back there dancing with the girls. Like, that was just such a Pepe thing to do.
So good.
I know. That was really good. And then the dramatic reading with Bobo. Yeah.
Bobo. I love Bobo.
Yeah. It was just really nice how they did that because, you know, like I was saying, they're bringing back in more of the Muppets to like do more stuff on the show. Maybe originally I felt like them doing behind the scenes was funny enough, but now it's like actually seeing them do more things together.
Yeah.
I think that people are liking that because when the Muppets kind of like come together to do something, that's when like the public seems most happy.
That's when they're at their best.
Yeah.
They work off of each other really well.
Exactly. They do. And just symbolically, them coming back onto the show to do that. It was kind of heartwarming. And just like, yay, the Muppets are together.
And the animals started the whole thing in the
Oh yeah, when they were in the office?
It was so good.
Yeah.
So when the animals started kind of just drumming on the table and the glass, and I love that everybody started like a big musical number of their song with office supplies.
Yeah.
Because it's just such a great way of kind of calling attention to what the show is.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone just trying to figure out what to do, and then they just all come together to just do silly things.
Yeah.
Even if it's just to sing the Muppet Show with office supplies. The Muppet Show theme song. Yeah, it really was. And again, and it was actually funny how I was saying, Kermit kind of comes in and he basically said exactly what I said, which was like, we don't need any of that shenanigans, we just need more of this. And he literally said we need more joy, which I think is funny because when Kristen Newman, I think that's her name, the new showrunner, she literally in the interviews was saying like, that's what I wanted to bring to the show, was more joy. Literally joy. And like, they actually put that into the show. So yeah, in a way, this has been kind of paralleling what has been happening outside of this actual show.
Yeah, which makes it even better, really.
Yeah, it does. It's so funny too because like they did that with the 2011 film, like, you know, no one was watching the Muppets, everyone forgot about the Muppets, and so it was all about bringing them back to relevance again, and yeah. They did kind of a history repeat, but people seem to like that formula a lot.
Yeah, it's a classic formula for them.
It is.
And it works.
Yeah. But yeah, there was some really interesting moments. So we got Key and Peele, who
were great.
They were really funny. I still would have liked to have actually seen them do stuff, because I remember talking about this with somebody that I personally think that it would be great to do things with celebrities like they used to do on the Muppet Show, where like on the Muppet Show it was kind of like, well, we're gonna make them do something that they don't do very often. You know, that would be, I personally think that would be great marketing for the show, was to like, here's this celebrity and they're doing this week on the Muppets. They'll be getting into this shenanigan. You know, maybe I think that's kind of what this show needs a little bit more.
I would love that.
Yeah, but they were still really funny.
They were so good. They were so funny.
I know, cause
just losing everything.
Yeah, I know, that was kind of funny, like just seeing like celebrity, like poking fun at them for like being in a rut and like not doing very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
That was really funny. And what up, Piggy and Miley Cyrus.
Piggy and Miley Cyrus.
In Miley Cyrus's outfit. That was a little like,
that was a little hard to watch for a sec.
Yeah, it was for a second. I remember watching that like in a promo too, and I was just like,
what is this?
What? But it also but again, it also made sense because she's trying so hard to be relevant to the point where like, no.
She's trying to be so many different things.
Yeah, she is.
Her whole like transformative thing.
Yeah.
And just how presumptuous it was.
Yeah.
And pretentious. She was so pretentious. She didn't mean any of it.
No.
Like, she didn't understand anything.
Well, I've noticed about Miss Piggy is that she kind of tends to she's very, you know, proud of herself, but she does have a tendency to be like, look at me, I'm relevant, right? Yep. I'm relevant. And everyone's like, calm down, girl. Calm down.
Dial it back.
Down back. But she also brought back a cute little penguin.
Oh, she brought back a penguin, and it was so cute.
I know. Okay, so yeah, that's right. So we also had Uncle Dudley and the Penguin's little story.
Which was fantastic.
Yeah, I love
Uncle Dudley makes me so happy.
He makes me really happy too. Now, I was actually confused. Did he bring the Penguin back to his home, or was that like a green room in the studio?
I feel like that was a green room.
It probably was. Maybe. I don't know. I couldn't really tell.
I mean, everyone was still kind of sticking around the studio.
Maybe, but then again, he could have gone home.
He could have. I feel like he wouldn't bring that penguin home, though.
Maybe. I don't know. He seemed to be the one who was kind of taking care of it.
True.
He is kind of Miss Piggy's bitch.
That's true.
But I actually thought it was really cute when he was like turning on the TV for like the penguin, Gloria and Stefan. And I don't know if you saw, but in the background I noticed that like on the TV the penguin was feeding the little baby bird, and so Gloria and Stefan was like,
yes, I saw that too.
Was trying to get food from the little mama bird.
It's so cute.
That was really adorable. Okay, so let's get down to the really meaty stuff. So, I think that we all kind of saw this coming. I think it was your grandmother, your mother too, was like, uh-oh, his girlfriend's not gonna like that. Because basically, Key and Peele, I guess, were kind of like tricked into not being in the show by the jackass branding dude.
Yep.
Good little villain, by the way. Not like super evil, but just like diabolical more than anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But basically Kermit's like, no, we have to come up with something, Piggy, what should we do? Let's sing a song together, I don't know what else to do. And so they agreed to do an old song. And at first when Kermit brought out his banjo, I thought they were gonna do like Rainbow Connection again.
I did too.
And I was like, okay, Rainbow Connection.
I was like, yeah, Rainbow Connection's great, that'll be fine.
Sure, but it turned out to be something else.
And it was like super romantic.
It was really, 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 really cute. And they were clearly doing it just because it was a song they knew, but it totally came off like they really cared for each other.
Yeah.
And that they've done this several times before. And what I thought was funny was that Denise was in the audience. I don't understand why she wasn't just watching on the sidelines. Like I've never seen her in the audience before.
Yeah,
but
I feel like I know she's an exec, but I feel like she's not an exec for the show.
No, I think she's in marketing.
Yeah, so maybe, I don't know,
maybe she's just getting really jealous.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, she's just kind of, that's what I was waiting for on the show. Was like, when is one of the pigs going to be like super jealous? Like to the point where you're just like, oh bitch, you know, about it. And that's what I was waiting for, but now, yeah, so we're finally seeing her like show a bit of her jealousy side, which again, in the beginning I was kind of like, why is she not jealous? Like Kermit and Piggy are around each other all the time. But then again, maybe that's Samantha going like, they're too perfect. What's gonna happen? Something's gonna happen. Something's happening. But
yeah, I mean, also it didn't look good when she came in there the morning after her 5K.
That's true though.
And they were cuddled up together and all disheveled.
Yeah. Good thing there was other people in the room, or else it would have looked really bad. But then, yeah, and then after seeing them sing together, also, I love that Piggy is really coming into her own finally. Like, before in the last episode, she really had, like, realized that she was still not over Kermit, but now she's kind of, like, in this place where, like, yeah, I am, like, totally moved on. I am ready to be single again and go do fun stuff as a single celebrity. But now we've got, Denise, who's like, I know how you really feel, and I think we need to take a break.
Yeah.
Poor Kermit just can't take a break.
No.
Yeah, or just can't catch a break, seriously. No pun intended.
He has to take a break.
Yeah, he has to take a break,
whether he wants to or not.
Exactly, yeah.
He just can't catch a break.
Exactly, but that's what I was saying, that I think that's really cool that now we're kind of like leading into like, now what is really gonna happen? Because before, everything was super episodic and like everything had kind of resolved itself by the end of the episode, except for maybe the 10th episode. That one made us want to go like, what's gonna happen next? The Christmas episode.
Yeah.
But now this one again, it's like, what is gonna happen? Like,
yeah. I mean, the Christmas episode set us up for this kind of.
It really did.
We were like, what's gonna happen? And now it's like really starting to roll.
It's really, yeah, exactly. It's starting to snowball a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that's me personally, another thing I thought this show needed was, like, we need a bit more of a snowball effect. Like, we need to, like, see stuff that's gonna lead to other stuff. Like,
we need an overarching thing.
Exactly. That's what's gonna really make people want to come back.
Yeah.
So.
And this is happening.
It's happening. So, I don't know. I don't want to like jinx it or anything, but I think it would actually be kind of empowering if at some point Kermit does realize that he has feelings for Piggy, says something to her, and she's like, oh, Kermit, that's so sweet. But no, thank you. I'm good.
Oh, I hope that happens.
I hope so too.
That would be so good.
I know, that would be good. I would kind of be like, oh no, poor Kermit, and maybe we will want, like, now we're gonna be rooting for, come on Piggy, fall back in love with Kermit again. You know, I don't know, it just makes you think, like, also, are they gonna be back together by the end of the series? Because we have 5 episodes left, before the end of the season at least.
Okay.
Yeah, so... I don't know what's gonna happen, but I am liking it so far.
So good.
The
wordplay is fantastic as well.
Yeah, you know, I do like also is, I felt like they were maybe going to downplay, like, the adultness of it, but they're really not. Actually, I think they've heightened it a little bit.
Yeah, like they're definitely not downplaying it, but it's also not taking over.
No, it's not. Like, they're definitely referring to booze and very subtly referring to sex, at least at least with the whole Pepe and Rizzo thing where they went to Amsterdam. I felt like...
Also, Uncle Dudley's saying a lot of really sexual things.
Yes, yeah. Oh yeah, and also he was talking about, like, Gloria, Stefan, you threw up on my shoes. That is not the first time I said that. Or also he was like,
I'm not looking forward to spending the night with you.
Yeah, and that's not the first time I've said that. Like, that's really funny. Yeah, that's really, again, really subtle stuff that's, like, totally, again, unless you're, like, maybe 15 years old, you're totally not gonna understand it.
Yeah.
Something like that, but... Yeah.
The quips are so good.
The quips have all of a sudden gotten a bit more like quick.
The bit with Scooter's improv class had me dying.
Yeah, you were laughing pretty. Oh yeah, I think that also worked because you and I were like just talking about improv before we watched it.
Yeah, we were having this discussion before about how we both have done some kind of improv and we love it.
Yeah.
And then Scooter is talking about an improv class he has.
And we're like, oh yeah, you're proud.
And how he's working on comedic timing with entrances.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then he just had the worst timing ever.
Yeah.
And of course it was hilarious.
Yeah, it was. Oh, and they changed the opening.
Yeah.
A little bit. It was actually funny too because right before the episode started, they showed that clip of them singing the Muppet Show theme song. And I was like, you know what? That's what should be the intro to the show.
That would be a great opening.
Them singing like a rendition of the Muppet Show theme song. Maybe for season 2. Get that ready for season 2.
Yeah.
But I did like that. They kind of showed the change that they're making. In the original opening, Piggy just comes in and steals Kermit's coffee and he's like, well, time to get things started. But in this version, she actually gave him a coffee and he's happy.
Yeah.
You know, like, I like that. Again,
they're kind of figuring their stuff out.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw the interview that I did with Tyler Bunch, but I do kind of agree with him that I really did enjoy the show as it was before. Like, there was definitely a heart to the Muppets and everything. Just maybe it wasn't as shining through as brightly as like a lot of other people wanted it to. But from what I've seen so far, I feel like they're kind of getting a better grasp on it.
I think so.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It just that whole formula, the whole formula of what they're gonna do to fight against the bad guy and just working together and the circumstances of coming together and just Kermit and Piggy being a little all gushy, but they don't even really realize it yet.
Yeah, but everybody else does.
But everyone else does.
And then everyone's also making fun of each other.
Yeah, but in a fun way. You know,
yeah.
I think that's what's nice too. A lot of people felt like in the Muppets were being a little bit like mean to each other, which I kind of sort of agree with, but maybe here they were being more supportive of each other.
Yeah.
You
like,
know.
overall, they sass each other to no end.
Yes.
But they love each other.
Exactly. We're seeing a bit more love, I think.
Yeah, like, they're playful.
They're more playful about it.
Even Dudley got playful.
Yeah.
Like with Scooter again. He was, like Scooter was just standing there after everything got super awkward.
Yeah.
And Dudley was just like, haven't gone over exits yet, huh?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Like, nope.
There was no hate. There was just more poking fun at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was really good. Aw, I like it. I can't wait for more.
I'm so excited.
Me too. So next week's episode, next week on the Muppets, is gonna be, I guess Miss Piggy gets into kind of like a scandal of some kind.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see that. Oh, also, kind of a spoiler alert, but something I'm really happy and excited about is that, you know how Gonzo kind of started dating and we were kind of like, where the hell's Camilla? Like,
yeah.
I don't mind he's dating, but like, where in the world, like, why can't they just explain what happened to her? Well, supposedly she's coming back.
Ooh.
Yeah,
so we'll get to know.
So we'll finally get to, so that's exactly, I'm like, yes, thank you for finally answering my question and addressing that. So
okay.
We'll find out, I guess. But I think that kind of covers it. It just, again, just more formula, more quip, more love,
more everyone.
Just more everyone, exactly.
Everyone has their moment.
Yeah.
Like even Fozzie had his little moment when they were like, yeah, you're going away, you're fired.
Yeah, exactly.
And he had his little like, I can make sounds, because they were going to try to fire him for some YouTube kid who can make sounds with his mouth. Mm-hmm. And Fozzie was like, I can do that. He's just like, I am so fired.
Exactly, yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah. Oh, I also, just one more side note, I love Janice when she was...
Janice is She's a special little
I
snowflake.
think did you say like after she was talking about like, oh Kermit, your spirit that it had a nice vacation. Do you want to come have a coconut water with me, spirit? I think you were the one who was like, well, she's even high in the morning or something like that.
No, it's because she was like,
she's high when she goes to work.
She was like, you're looking really good. I see that you got nice and tan on vacation. And Kermit was like, thank you. And she was like, not you, the spirit next to you.
Yeah.
I like your puka shells.
Yeah.
It's like, you just show up high. You just show up to work high in the morning, don't you?
Yeah, that's exactly what you said. Yeah, and I thought that was really funny. Yeah, well, they do pretty much. We've established that these guys like pretty much smoke around the clock. I'm pretty sure.
She is so gone.
Yeah, she's so good. Again, I do hope we get to see more of Sam and Janice though.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
I think it was my mom who was also like, oh, I want to see to get them to get together because they had that like nice little end moment in the last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're like, oh, they've kind of gotten to us to a point where like, oh, we want to see more of that.
I hope so.
Yeah. But anyway, I think that pretty much covers it. I loved it. I like the changes they're doing. I was already supportive of the show beforehand, but now I'm liking it even more. So yay!
Yay!
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will be back, I'm sure, next week. We're gonna try to do it next week too.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll try to be here together next week, and we will see you again real soon. Mwah! Bye!
Bye.